Yo, what's good? It's the smooth brimmy TC Gambino. I just jumped out the porch with Dirty Glove Bastard.
Ain't even gotta bust it out the rap, you gon' smell the odor. How the hell I ain't never had no pet, but I got a bird.
All right, so we got TC Gambino off the porch with us today, man.
What it do? What it do?
How you feeling today, bro?
Man, blessed.
Yeah, definitely, man.
Yes, sir.
You know, we go way back, man.
So far.
Yeah, this was long overdue,
True,
man.
true.
Yeah. All right, so let's take it back, man. You originally from Huntsville, or?
Yeah, that's where I was born.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
all right.
My parents are from Nigeria. My parents are immigrants, yep.
So you're first generation.
First generation, yeah, true,
Okay.
true. Yeah, I went back like periodically through my life.
Yeah. So what was that like, being first generation born here in the States, man?
Different. It was different. Most of the kids, like, they couldn't really understand me in a sense, you know what I mean? I didn't understand myself all the way too either though, but it was cool though because at the end of the day, I knew I was different.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I had similarities just based off the fact that I grew up in the neighborhood, I grew up in the hood, you know what I mean? We was inspired and motivated by some of the same stuff, like in our environment, but you know, coming back inside the house, it was just a little bit different than my friends or my neighbors, you know what I mean? Yeah.
No, I feel that. What were you into as a kid before you got into music?
Sports.
Okay.
Sports. Street shit. Yeah, man. I grew up. I'm from University Park in Huntsville, man. And yeah. We had every gang in my neighborhood, so that just, you know what I mean, lets you know like the influence and just what I grew up around, you know what I'm saying? A lot of that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, most of the elders though in my neighborhood though, like they always told me like, I mean, you need to have good grades. I need all A's. I need A's. You get a B, you don't get no money. You know
Really?
what I'm saying?
Oh,
yeah,
shit.
yeah. That was that. So like the elders, the OGs in my hood, they were, even though they were into, you know what I mean, other stuff, they would always talk to me and tell me like, they would lead me in the right path. They wouldn't lead me in a path of destruction. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
They wanted to see you do better than
Yeah,
them.
exactly.
So at what age would you say you jumped off the porch then?
I would say maybe 14. Maybe 14. I actually left the house though. I actually left the house at 17, but I was 13 the first time I got in trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like 13 or 14 the first time I got in trouble. I got sent to Africa after that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Who'd you stay with out there?
My dad.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what'd you
My
think?
family.
So what was that experience like? It's like a whole 180, huh?
Yeah. My first conscious visit there. So it was eye-opening. It was a learning experience. Yeah, but I met my sisters, my siblings, a few of my siblings down there. So
Oh, yeah?
it was, you know, it was a balance at the same time, but it was still a new experience. I loved it though. Yeah, I was young. I was ready to come back. I ain't gonna lie. I enjoyed it for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I did enjoy it, but I was ready to come back. I was young. I didn't understand it then as much as I understand now.
Okay.
Yeah, I couldn't really like grasp it because I was just so young. I was so young and my mind moving 1,000,000 miles per hour. I'm ready to get back to the basketball and with my partners, you know what I'm saying? All that kind of stuff. Yeah. But it was cool though. I loved it.
Yeah.
Learned a lot. I learned a lot then. I still learned a lot, like
How long were you over there for?
a month.
Okay.
Yeah. Actually, like when I had got in trouble, but I had got out, like I had came back like right before Christmas break.
Okay.
I got kicked out of the basketball team, everything.
For real?
Yeah, I was let loose like right before Christmas break. Then, like my passport. It's crazy. Like on my passport, I got D-home clothes on. I got juvenile delinquent clothes on in my and like my older passport. Yeah, like my mama, she came up there, took the pictures, all that. You know what I mean? One day, I was fresh out, put my ass on a plane. Crazy.
You went to Troy University?
Yeah.
Okay.
I went to Troy, man. Like coming up, I always knew like I had to do something. You know what I mean? Like I'm from Huntsville, but after high school, I could have did anything I wanted, but I knew like I had to leave where I'm from. You know what I'm saying? And I chose Troy. I was playing football. I was playing football at that time, like high school, all that stuff. That was my dreams and stuff like that. But I can honestly say at that time I was lost. I didn't like definitely know what I wanted to do. Like at that time, it was honestly, I tell you, I want to be a nurse. I went to school to be a nurse.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But that's not what I wanted to do. Yeah, that's not what I wanted to do, and that's what music found me. Music found me in college.
Oh really?
Like anybody that really know me know that I ain't no rapper. I ain't no artist. You know what I'm saying? They don't know me for that, but I grew to love it, and you know it was in my house. My roommate, the first apartment I ever had, my roommate had a studio, and they just used to make music, kick it, all that kind of stuff. One day I was like, man, let me get on the track. My dog T Bailey, he was one of my roommates, and like I said, he had the studio. I'm like, man, let me get on the track. I was just playing, but he like, yeah, get on the track. You feel me? Got on the track. I wrote, I don't know what I can't remember. I wrote some, like I ain't even like it, but they loved it. They loved it. They like, man, it's hard, bro. Bro, you fire. I'm like, all right, man, you feel me? All right, you know, I ain't. But it was in the house, so I did it more often. You know what I mean? They showed me like where to get beats and all that stuff. So I just download beats, and I hopped on a few songs with them. But they loved it. I ain't really like my music. It took a while for me to be comfortable with myself. You know what I'm saying? But in the beginning, like I went full force. Like that, it just grabbed me. Like I was stuck on it. I'm at the house, I won't leave the house. I'm on these beats, I got my iPad, I'm writing.
Yeah.
Every day, out of class, I'm writing. Trapping, I'm writing. For real, yeah.
You live in Atlanta now, right, too?
Yeah, I'm here. I commute back and forth from here to Bama, Florida, but yeah, I'm here for the most part.
Okay. Did you move out here for music then?
I moved out here. I can't say I moved out here for music because after school I went back to Huntsville for like a year and a half, and it was an event that happened, and through that event I knew like if I wanted to continue to do music, if I wanted to continue to just push forward and just, you know, go for it, I can't do it. I can't do it here. And I had some other options, other places, but I just came here and didn't leave. I really didn't know where I was going.
Yeah.
Like I just came here and then never leave.
How would you compare the music scene here in Atlanta to back at home in Huntsville?
Atlanta's it's the home of opportunity. Yeah, it's very different, man. Here, it's a hub. Like where I'm from, it's not really a hub. It's like, all right, how many it's endless amounts of studios here. You know what I'm saying? In Huntsville, it's limited amounts of studios. It's a few of them, not many. You know what I'm saying? It's like, we got people who play basketball and they ain't got nowhere to go poop at. You know what I'm saying? I can compare it to that. You know what I mean? Like, there's more opportunities, more people here. People take it more serious here. You know what I mean? It's a different vibe where I'm from. Like, Huntsville is, you can get sucked in you can get sucked in real easy, man. Not saying you can't anywhere else, but you know, I could be productive here, and that's what I can say. I can walk outside and walk up the block and walk into a production studio or something.
Yeah.
Or I live next to a recording studio or something. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's there, or you know, it's more opportunity. I could just sum it up with that for real. Yeah. But
I feel you.
yeah, Huntsville. I love where I'm from though.
Yeah, you know, Alabama's had this surge these last few years in the rap game.
True.
But not northern Alabama.
Yeah. And
Why do you think that is?
No unity. Yeah, that's why I'm here. I wanted to speak to you about that. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to speak to y'all about that because y'all really watched it. Y'all, you know what I mean? Y'all really in the streets. DGB is the streets. So, you know, y'all can vouch for I can vouch for what I'm saying. Like, yeah, the unity for real though, man. I don't know. It's just I looked at it as history, you know. I looked at it as history because there's just it's an energy, you know. There's a certain way that we treat each other there. You know what I'm saying? We don't really have an identity, and that's what I'm here for. That's what 256 is. You know what I'm saying? We got this thing where we're like we're not proud to be from Huntsville. Like, we go out of town or something. All right, let's say, I'm gonna use Atlanta for example. Somebody from Atlanta, they go to New York or something. Yeah, I'm from the A, they'll say it loud and proud. Like, I'm from the A, they gonna wear it, you know what I'm saying? Where I'm from, like, nigga might not even tell you where they're not gonna tell you they from Huntsville. They'll just say Alabama, like, you know what I mean? It's really like, we don't have that identity yet. You know what I mean? It's because we don't have that spirit. You see what I'm saying? So, yeah. But I really think, like, that's what the issue was. Like, it ain't gonna take like one artist. One artist can't change a city or a region. You know what I mean? It takes a collective, you know. And that's what my next project, and that's why I did that. You know, that's why I did that for my next project. And really just work with people because, you know, I didn't expect anybody else to do this, but it was love. That's really what was shared through the sessions, the relationships with these artists that I've been working with from my region. Like, you know what I mean? Because it's untapped, it's unheard, you know, but not to me. I love where I'm from, you feel me? I embrace that everywhere. People may look at me and be like, oh yeah, he from there. They just judge from my physical appearance, or till I start talking and you like, damn, where the hell this nigga from? Or I pop out with that different flavor on, you like, damn, what the hell this nigga, where he from? You know what I'm saying? And I gotta explain to you, you feel me? But yeah, I rep where I'm from, I wear it proud, you know what I mean? So that's what this was, and it's not gonna be like that after this.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not gonna be like that after this.
Yeah, so you got this project, 256.
56, 256.
And you got
25 with a fuck you.
and you're kind of bringing the area together, man. You got features, I think, on every song, right?
Yeah, it's only one solo song on there.
Okay.
Yeah, I dedicated that to a prominent DJ in my area in the North Alabama region.
So what was it like, you know, getting together, linking with these other artists and putting this project together?
It was beautiful because it was love. You know what I'm saying? Like, most of these artists on this sheet, like I didn't charge anybody like to work. Like, it was mutual. Either I reached out, or you know, we all have our own personal relationships, or it was a was a mutual respect of what you do or your craft or your art. Or I might have just been in the studio. I might have popped in your session, heard you working on, let me get on that. You know what I'm saying? Like I really tapped in with my city and my region, like everywhere. Like I could say Alabama, but I had to take some time where I'm from. You know what I'm saying? And really dig in. You know what I mean? It wasn't really like. It wasn't hard. You know what I'm saying? It just took me to use my brain. Like, what do I need to do? I gotta do something that ain't never been done. You know what I'm saying? But it was great though. Like, that's why I said, like, the sessions, making this project it wasn't easy though, cause it was a lot of artists, and I'm a workaholic, man. It was a lot of artists, but you know, it came together. It was mutual. Everybody understood the vision. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, that's just really basically what it was. Like, everybody understood the vision. Like, I understood what I am to my city. I understand what I am to where I'm from. So that's why I did it. Like, me coming up, when I was coming up, or like I said, I started in Troy. So when I came back to Huntsville, like, I used to come back to visit or come back over the summer. I linked up with my engineer like that, boss man from 03. I linked up with them like that, but I didn't really get much support. I didn't get support from anybody. Like, people just really knew who I was already. Like, niggas knew who I was on some whole other stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I had to work my way. Like, the first month I came back home after I did music, man, I was working. I was still studying nursing at this time. I was working at a nursing home, going to summer school, going to studio every day, and performing 3 to 4 times a week.
Oh, shit.
You know what I'm saying? Like, every week. Like, and my first musical goal was to drop a mixtape. And I successfully did that. And it was just like, yeah, damn, like, feel me? Like, that was the first time I actually did something, and it was just like, yeah, I did it. Having a little mixtape release party, everything, like, you know what I'm saying? But I never forget who was there, who kept it 1 million with me, you know what I'm saying? And really, like, you know what I mean, gave me a chance, you know what I mean? And it wasn't many people, you know what I'm saying? So, like, that really kind of explained my journey, like, how I had to just figure this shit out. And, you know what I mean, I was blessed to have the people in my corner that I had, you know what I mean, to really teach me the game. Boss man, DJ Kunta, you know what I'm saying? Yep.
Yeah, I think what really stands out in this project is with the artists on there, they all kind of have like their own sauce.
Yeah.
They got their own sound. Mm-hmm. It's not like everyone on the same type of wave, which I think is really interesting because you don't really hear that too much coming from one area. Usually,
right.
Like, you know, there's an Atlanta sound.
Yeah,
you know what
true.
I'm saying? And everyone kind of sounds like they got the same sound.
Right. With us, like, I kind of tried to, like, identify, like, damn, what is our sound? Like, you feel me? I used to listen to the older music when I was a kid, but I wasn't that big of a fan. I wasn't that much big of a fan of music at that time to be able to, like, say, it used to sound like this, or, you feel me? I just used to listen to the music and like it. Like I said, I don't have any musical background. Like, it's a gift, and I work, you know what I mean? But, like, when I think about it now, like, I still couldn't, like, I can't identify it because everybody is their own person. And me, I'm multicultural, so I speak multiple languages. I turn it on, turn it off, or I can make this kind of music and that kind of music. So it was easy for me, you know what I'm saying? It might not have been easy for the next, but yeah, like, I love that about Huntsville because nobody sounds the same. I love that, you know? We don't sound like anybody, you know what I mean? And that's kind of like why I wanted to say, like, hey, hold on, hey, let's come on, everybody, like, hey, look, we gotta preserve this, right? This, yeah, keep doing you, don't worry about what they doing over there. Keep doing you. Like, you hard. Fuck with that. You feel me? We don't really get people, we don't have people that really tell us that. Like, we look down upon ourselves. We, you know what I mean, look up at everybody else when it shouldn't be like that. I embrace who we are, embrace everything about us. Like, I love it. You know what I mean? I love it. Everybody got their own flavor. Like, it's dope though. Like, and they haven't heard it. So like, once it gets brought to the surface, they're gonna be like, what the hell? Where he from? Where he from? Where he from? Or where this person from? You know what I'm saying? Niggas just think Alabama, but it's 256, man. It's a whole region up there. You feel me? It's a lot of unheard places. You feel me? From Florence to Gaston to Athens to Decatur. Like, you know what I mean? Straight up.
You got a release date in mind?
Yeah, I got the project release May 28th.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Project release May 28th. 256, man. Yes, sir.
All right, so you know, your previous project was Long Live Hot Rod.
Yeah, HR.
Yeah.
Yes,
Talk
sir.
to us about Hot Rod, man.
Hot Rod, man. That's my bro, man. That's my bro. My cousin brought him in the family. My cousin brought him in the family, and he was around, like, you feel me? He was around, like, he was just around. I ain't gonna lie, like, I'll tell you this little story. Like, first time, like, he was sitting outside my mailbox, like, at my house and stuff. And I was like, man, what the hell this nigga doing out here, man? Like, why the hell this nigga outside my damn, you feel me? Why the hell this nigga outside my shit, man? You feel me? I knew he was, but you know what I mean? He didn't have anywhere to go. And I left out, and then I come back, and this nigga's just sitting on my couch in the house. I look at my mama like, what? Mama, you lit this nigga? You feel me? But nah, like from that point on, though, like, we been brothers. You know what I'm saying? We was brothers ever since then, and you know, he passed in 2019. Like, we spent probably like the last like 10, 15 years of our life together. You know what I mean? Like, we've been around each other since, not 15 years, but probably like, we've been around each other like 10 years. Like, we was around each other like 15, 16, like, we started hanging. You know what I mean? He was my brother. Yeah, he was my brother. He, you know, he lived with me. We did everything together. You know what I'm saying? He was actually like a part of my family. Like, his mom passed when he was young. His father, he still had his father. But at a point, you know, our family became family. You know what I mean? And that's kind of like what that was. Like, I know his father. You know what I'm saying? My mom was like his mom. You know what I mean? And we did everything together. Went everywhere together. I even gave him a Nigerian name. Yeah, but yeah, that was my bro. Like, it's crazy because he was an artist before I was. He was rapping before I was. He did time. He had to go do time like in like 2012. I think it was 2012. Like, so he was locked up. And that's when I started to do music. He was locked up, but he used to let me hear songs and stuff. Like, I ain't know he could do music. I didn't know he could rap. I damn sure wasn't rapping. But it was hard though. Like, he had a story to tell. Like, his music. When the first time I heard it, I was like, damn, bro, you feel me? We on Hoover Street, like, that's where we used to post. You hear me talk about Hoover Street? That's in Country in Alabama, man. That was our spot. It was one of our spots. Like, yeah, he used to be out there writing and let me hear music. I'm like, man, what the hell, nigga? You feel me? This shit hard. And so when he got locked up, that's when the whole music thing came about for me, and I had to. Like, he used to call me, and we always talking. I was telling him, like, man, I do this music shit now and stuff, whatever. And I'm like, Yeah, this shit SKM. We gonna call it SKM. It's SKM now, you feel me? And it was that, from that point on, you know what I mean? When he touched down, he was Hot Rod SKM. And, you know, I had already, by the time he had touched down, I had like already started running with the music. Like when I first started doing music, I didn't have like a period where I got to practice and like when I started, I started. You know what I'm saying? And so when he got out, like I had already started to do some things. So, you know, he came home. He was gonna be straight. He was straight when he got home, but he had to get himself right. You feel me? I was running it for the team. You know what I mean? I got the torch, just running it. You feel me? When he was ready, it was time. You feel me? His first project was a collaborative project with me that we did, me, you, Coalition. That's what he wanted to do. Like I was working closely with him on his project, but he wanted to do his first project with me. So I'm like, all right. So around that time, that was around the time like we hooked up with Boosie, hooked up with Lucci, you feel me, YFN and shit. But yeah, and after we did our collaborative project, a lot of stuff started happening in our personal life. Like we started dealing with death and, you know what I mean, different close friends dying and, you know what I mean, people in the squad and stuff, just a whole bunch of different type of stuff. And, you know, it kind of like, I ain't gonna say it threw us off, but, you know, it affected us in a way, you know what I mean? And one particular person that we lost, it affected him in a different kind of way, but, you know, it didn't stop nothing. We kept it going or whatever, but yeah, Hot Rod, man, that was my bro. That's the realest, that was one of the realest niggas that ever walked this planet, like, you feel me? And anybody that knew him could say that. Stand up, true, you know, love and caring, you know what I mean, the realest. Yeah, I could say my right hand, but I call him my left hand. He left-handed. He gonna hit you with that left. He gonna hit you with that left, and he gonna dump it with that left. Or he'll dump it with the right. Nah, that's my bro though, man. That's a good guy, man. You feel me? Shit, that boy on my shoulder he with me every day. Feel me? We used to be in the booth together. We used to make music and shit, go crazy. You feel me? In the booth with me every day now. Every time I'm in the booth.
What else you working on? What else is coming up for you, TC?
What else we got? We got Hot Rod Mode, man, with Zaytoven.
Okay.
I can't wait to drop that, man. I can't wait to drop that. That's crazy. What else we got? This is a surprise. I don't even know if I can say this, man. I ain't gonna say that name. I ain't gonna talk about that one. I'm gonna talk about The One, though. It's a crazy project called The One, man. It's on the way.
That's your album, right?
My album, it's on the way, man. I can't wait to drop that, too. It's ready, though. It's just, you know, order of operations. You know how that is, man.
All right, so any last words, any shout-outs before we wrap it up here?
Man, shout out to the whole gang, man. SKM, man. Double L gang, man. Shout out to Huntsville. Shout out to Alabama, man. Shout out to West Africa. Shout out to Nigeria, man. You feel me? You already know, man. Shout out to everybody, man. Free the gang, free the bros, man. You feel me? Long little Hot, long little Tay. You feel me? Free the Watsons, long little Big John, man. Long little Baby D, man. You feel me? You already know what it is, man. Got this merch, all the merch on the way, man. So much on the way. Feel me? I gotta pay attention. Stay in tune, man. Right here, DGB, you got Porch, you dig.
Ain't even gotta bust it out the rap, you gon' smell the odor. How the hell I ain't never had no pet, but I got a bird on me. I don't really like the